opportunity. Throughout history, Northern California's geothermal resources have intrigued, fascinated, and mesmerized explorers, settlers, tourists, and engineers alike. This wonder of nature is nestled among the oaks and rocky outcroppings of the Mayacamas Mountains and is known as the geysers. Anthropologists have found evidence that ancient indigenous people believed its strange vapors held curative and mystical qualities. Early American explorers initially reacted with fearsome awe, describing their first impression as entering the gates of hell itself. In time, familiarity turned fear into curiosity. With the construction of a hotel in the mid-1800s, the geysers became a popular tourist destination. American ingenuity then led to the realization that the area's potential was not merely as a curiosity to tourists, but a renewable resource that could help feed California's growing energy needs. But it was not an easy road. By the early 1900s, the hotel found a way to use the powerful steam fields to generate electricity. Yet it took another 50 years and good old American ingenuity to find a way to tap the heat and steam to produce commercial quantities of electricity. Wells blew up, boreholes corroded, investors were hard to find. But despite the setbacks, new ideas surfaced and technological advances continued. Finally, in 1960, the first commercial geothermal electric unit in the Western Hemisphere began operation, generating 11 megawatts of electricity. Since 1960, more than 400 production wells and 28 power plants were built at the geysers, with a total installed capacity peaking at 2,034 megawatts. At its height in 1987, electricity generated at the geysers reached 1.8 million people. Unfortunately, towards the end of the 20th century, the availability of relatively inexpensive hydroelectric power, combined with a decline in natural steam production and power generation, triggered a loss of interest in the geysers. But where some saw a dying venture, Calpine had a much more positive vision for this eco-friendly resource. They would consolidate ownership of power plants that lay scattered across more than 45 square miles of mountains and create a coordinated management plan for the steam fields to maximize production of this clean, reliable, renewable energy. Calpine gained a foothold in the geysers when it purchased a 1 megawatt interest in the Adlin plant in 1989. Over the next decade, the company acquired most of the other operating plants in the field. Today, Calpine owns and operates 15 plants at the geysers. These plants, with a 725 megawatt capacity, employ about 350 individuals in full-time green jobs and supply about 21% of California's renewable energy. With the arrival of the new millennium, geothermal operators found a way to inject new life into this unique geologic marvel. The geothermal operators at the geysers collaborated with community leaders in Lake and Sonoma counties on a master plan that involved a number of the area's sticky problems. At a time when operators were looking for ways to reverse declines in steam production at the geysers, local communities were looking for an alternative disposal method for urban wastewater. Because releasing this water into area streams and lakes was known to be detrimental to fragile and endangered aquatic life, new ideas were needed. With the support of local, state, and federal leaders, a win-win plan emerged. Instead of releasing the water into area waterways like the Russian River, the wastewater could be treated and piped to the geyser steam fields, where injection wells pump it deep into the hot rocks to replenish the steam reservoirs. The world's first wastewater-to-power project, the Southeast Geysers Effluent Pipeline, was born in 1997. A second pipeline, the Santa Rosa Recharge Geysers Pipeline, was completed in 2003, creating the world's largest wastewater-to-power project. Together, the two pipelines have increased power generation capacity at the geysers by about 150 megawatts. This bold vision for a community-business collaboration is a win-win solution. Good for the environment, good for the people of California, and a model of innovation around the world. The geysers play a key role in California's green initiatives for renewable power generation and creating green jobs. Unlike wind and solar, which are intermittent sources of power generation, these facilities run around the clock and at steady rates, providing reliable baseload generation to meet the region's power requirements. The operation is also one of the largest economic engines in the area, generating tax and royalty payments of over $33 million and spending another $120 million on goods and services. Because the plants harness renewable steam resources, the geysers facilities have a profound positive effect on air quality in the area, while helping meet California's goals for renewable power supplies. Understanding the complex geologic forces that exist at the geysers is a science. And while we know much more than we did 50 years ago when that first geysers power plant came online, there's still much to learn. Geologists, engineers, and experienced operating personnel look forward to insights they will gain thanks to Department of Energy and California Energy Commission funded studies now going on at the geysers. And geothermal operators at the geysers have launched a multi-million-dollar initiative to rebuild older geothermal turbines, drill new exploratory wells, and possibly add new plants to increase generation. The future is indeed bright.